So, holy smokes, brand new
Yeah,
LinkedIn
I
account.
did have an old LinkedIn account. I
Right.
couldn't remember the login details to it, and it just had a load of garbage on it, frankly. I never posted on it, but I got a lot of like LinkedIn requests from randomers, you know.
Right, right, exactly. And I know you from Facebook and all of your affiliate marketing
Mm.
activities there. But you're not my client, right? Not at all.
Well,
Okay.
I have never paid you any money. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm my number of like contacts and followers is it's low. It's mine is also like 200 something ish. It's low, low, low. And I've always been using LinkedIn as a resume site until like a month and a half ago.
Mm.
You know, so yeah, so we're in this together, and that's why I wanted to record this real quick just to see where we can end up going. So go ahead and click on my my contact there, because what I want to do is I want you to raid my connections. So you see where it says 285 connections?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and click on that. Okay, now people can see when you go and view somebody's profile, but they can't see that you're doing what you're doing right now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's important to anybody who's concerned about. It's like, oh well, I don't want to seem too nosy and saying, oh, who do you know, and all that kind of stuff. You don't get notified when somebody goes in and raids your contacts in here. So the people who I think you might be interested in. Kate Bradley Chernus would be a good one for you to add, because
Yeah.
she has a little AI platform to help you take like your articles or something and then make little punchy AI generated links and posts, and allows you to automatically post them in there. I'm not using the app yet, but basically I think that that's something that, you know, you might want to check out what they're doing, and possibly see if that helps you or your network. So that's one that I'd check out. And like, this isn't and if you don't want to actually connect with the person, you can click on their name and then you can go in and follow them instead. Okay.
Yeah, I follow, there's a coach that I actually follow instead of adding her as a friend, because I kind of like, I found myself reacting and liking and commenting like on all of her stuff because all of her stuff is so good. And I thought, no, if I follow her on LinkedIn, if I like friend her on LinkedIn as well, she's going to think I'm just like stalking her. So I am, but I don't want her to know that.
Right.
So,
Right.
so we reckon this lady here.
Right.
So,
So if you hit more, then
ooh.
then you can follow instead of, yeah, it's called lately. Like, and I like to say that that's like Eddie Murphy, Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately?
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, so yeah, that's quite a full profile, that then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And well, that's an important thing to do when you're first getting started, is you start learning by like look to see who these people are, right? Like one thing I do is I look at the address, and then I look down at the experience to see if it matches. Because like, if it's going to be a phony profile, right, you're going to be looking at it and going like, okay, well, wait a second, you know, like if somebody's from outside of New York and then they move into New York, that's believable. But you know, it basically, you can put a few dots together to find out if somebody's just trying to raid your information, or if they're a legitimate business person who wants to get in touch with you.
Okay, yeah, because obviously this is a completely different platform to Facebook, which is my playground.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I know that like the back of my hand, but this
Right,
completely new.
right.
So you know,
So if you
I
hit
have no
more
idea.
there, there's the button to say more, and that will give you an option to follow. And so following somebody does not give you the right to message somebody, but at least it means that whenever they post something, it will come up in your feed, so you can engage with that person more. Okay,
Okay.
without having to actually you know, connect. And the other thing that I'd emphasize right now, I actually was talking to an old coworker of mine who I haven't worked with him for about 2 years now. And I was thinking about having a little ploy where we basically just shit talk each other on LinkedIn, just to show that it doesn't matter. You know, like go ahead and like find out like how bad can we possibly be in LinkedIn? What's the most impactful thing that we could actually do? You know, like we were, you know, we like black comedy, like dark comedy. So we were planning on saying that we worked remotely. We never met each other in person. He still managed to give me AIDS. You know, like something like that, that's utterly outlandish. Put it right there in LinkedIn, and just see if it impacts anything. Like see if like, oh, suddenly, you know, fewer people are checking out that your profile, and you know, it's just, well, I don't want to work with him. It's something about him giving his coworker AIDS or something remotely. I don't understand it.
So I could follow this lady then, rather than just like connect, is like send a friend request kind of thing.
Right, exactly. So
Okay.
follow, it's basically, it's like, okay, more like a tentative kind of feel. And that's what I like, that especially with people where I'm suspicious that I want to do business with them, but I want to know more. So if you're watching this right now on LinkedIn or wherever you are, that's why I'm following you, because I'm going like, hey, what's the story with this person? And I'm checking you out. So
Oh, okay, that makes sense, kind of thing.
right, but then of course, if you think we're actually going to be doing business or something like that, then yeah, go ahead and connect. But
So following is for people that you're not quite sure about. Follow and connect is basically, yeah, I definitely want to sort of interact with you, kind of thing.
right, because traditionally your connections were supposed to be people that you've actually done business with.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so and that's kind of been, I think people are throwing caution to the wind when it comes to that. You know, at least if you're trying to get a following on LinkedIn, you start connecting with people just because you like the content that they're posting and things like that, and that's the only business that you end up doing. You know, like, yeah, me too, I had that same situation happen to me, but not, all right, so this is due Wednesday, where the hell are we, it's Monday today. You know, like that's doing business with somebody, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that's the problem, is like people are using connect as a friend request substitute. And what I'm doing is I'm reverse engineering the algorithm to find out if any of it even matters.
Oh, okay. So at the moment, you would say connect. You would say follow until you're sure that you want to actually interact with this person.
Yes, that's right. And also, I think honestly, I'm something that I know that you'd understand quite well is for me, it's amount of politeness. I'll connect with somebody when I feel it's like, okay, you know, I've got enough behind me, enough reason to say it's like, okay, I'm going to connect. And part of the reason is because I don't waste people's time with notes. If I'm going to send a connection request, I'm not going to give a note. I'm just going to go ahead and hit connect. And it's because if I do that, it's because I expect that they will accept it, just because they'll know it's like, okay, well, they see commercial real estate investor. It's like, I'm interested in meeting more investors. And so they say, okay, I'm going to connect. I'm not asking specifically for investors to connect with me, just for the record. Ding. Yeah. You'd
Yeah,
almost
because
think like
obviously
there's some.
I'm going to be more interested in connecting with people who are doing affiliate marketing, especially content marketers, that kind of stuff. I don't want my LinkedIn to turn into a really badly managed Facebook substitute.
Right, and that's what I'm betting on, is that the following technique also doesn't open the door to being able to blow up your messenger. And I think
Mm.
that's what, like, I'm looking at a lot of people who have the big numbers as far as followers go. Like, I'm seeing people with like 600,000 followers and more. And I'm watching as they put out daily content and their faces look more and more tired. and exhausted. And I'm just going like, oh, somebody bit off more that they can chew. And of course, like, you know, like writer's block is really tough, but I don't think that's what's going on. I think people are connecting with too many people, and then they're just getting messenger overload. And then there's just, you know, like, how fast do you read? How long can you keep it up? Right.
Yeah. So obviously, if I just follow this lady, she's not going to see my content, but I'm going to see hers.
Yes, that's correct, because they can, for me anyway, I do have a notification if somebody follows me. And so then I have the choice of following back. I think that's inside the notification. But the one thing that's tough about LinkedIn is that you have different ease of accessibility in the desktop version from the mobile version. So that there's actually an advantage to using both. It's really weird.
Okay, that's interesting to know.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. All right. So thanks for letting me record this. I don't imagine you have anything for right now, right?
No, I mean, basically, I just need to work out how to find people who I'm, you know, going to be interested in doing business with, you know, affiliate marketers that do content marketing that might either need my services or I can learn off. And yeah, and then just figuring out how to find them, because obviously it's not just as easy as that, really.
Well, yeah, you can go back and you can search for particular people that you know. So right now, I think that's still okay. I think near the top, yeah, you can hit clear, and then so if you go up to search.
See, if I put in affiliate marketing, for example, I get a lot of this LinkedIn member because I can't add them or what have you. So
right, but you must have somebody who you don't mind in your space officially associating yourself with, right? You must have somebody who like a
oh yeah. There's a few people I can think of that, you know,
add them first, and then raid their contacts for the other people who you know they know you, and you hit, and just like me, you know, if you hit that connect request, you don't need to waste their time, because like that's the biggest thing as far as like it sets a precedent as well. If you send a connection request and there's no specialized message, then you know it's telling the other person is like, listen, this is just business. I'm not gonna waste your time, so I'm not gonna sit here and write you a love letter of, you know, like the time that your eyes sparkled in the moonlight or something like that. Accept the connection request, will you?
Because this is the bit that foxed me, because I'm like, well, how can I add people if I don't know people?
Oh,
you know, this is kind of chicken and egg kind of thing, you know. So
that's so funny. Yeah, that's one of the main themes I have in my show, Figure It Out, with my expert interviews. And this is an impromptu expert interview, because I know that Obi is an expert in affiliate marketing. So that's really cool for me.
Oh, you're too kind.
But the thing that's really nice about this situation is that's the regular theme I run into, is I say, well, what if you don't know anybody at all? And what if you have no cash at all? You know, you have no friends. And one of the biggest reasons why that's near and dear to my heart is because I've been an expat. I lived in Taiwan for 15 years. I came back here 3 years ago, and Equifax didn't even know who I was. So yeah, as far as like starting from nothing, it's like, yeah, as far as like high school buddies and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, we were out of touch for like 20 years. so
yeah,
that's why
you can't just rock up and go, hi, would you like to be my friend?
Right, exactly. And it's so
apparently that's not how adults make friends, which is news to me, because that's pretty much how I do it. Wander up to somebody, hello, you look like a good human, can I be your friend?
Right. Well, you stopped opening with what's your favorite dinosaur?
yeah, I did let that one slide.
Right, yeah. Well, you gotta give it up. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time I got approached in a bar by a guy, and his question was, do you like sponge?
Do you like sponge?
And I was just like, my friends were proper weirded out, and I was like, well, what kind of sponge? Car sponge, Victoria sponge, bath sponge? And he just looked at me and went, that's a bit weird, and walked off. And I was like, okay.
Lovely. That's fun. All right, but yeah, so what I do is you find somebody that you know, you can connect with, and especially if they have somebody in LinkedIn who's always on there. Like the other guy that I'd recommend, because he's part of the, like he's the one who started the Impatience All Stars hashtag. His name's Dan Lukowitz. So Dan and then LEW. There he is.
Oh, there we go. This dude here.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. So there's a guy who you can follow, and he's always, you know, moving and shaking and working with all sorts of different people. He's a real estate broker. And so if you're in America and you're looking for, was it Burger Kings in where was it? I don't think it was Montana. He's gonna be pissed at me for not remembering where the listings are. But he's got 4 different Burger Kings that he's trying to get sold right now. So I know there's not a whole lot of overlap on that one when it comes to affiliate marketing, but yeah, he's one of those guys who's moving and shaking. Actually, yeah, the one who's probably even better for you would be Shanae, so SHANE, and then
he's a traditional Sean.
No, this is a she. It's
okay.
SHANE and then another E. Yeah, let's see how it's getting there. There she is, Moray. Third. Yeah,
there we are.
Yeah, she's someone who I think is right on message with you. She's got a bunch of followers. She's got like 600,000 followers. So she's a good one.
I'm not surprised. She's got excellent hair. Look at that.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's fabulous hair.
Yep. So she's one where you can just go ahead and connect, and it won't let you. Because she's a third degree. So yeah, just go ahead and follow her. She's all about just growing your reach. So that's a good person to work with.
Cool. So 3rd degree you can't connect with, but 2nd and 1st you can. Is that how that works then?
Yeah, or at least that's not the default thing that it shows on there. Just go ahead and just for shits and giggles, let's click on more and see what else they have. So yeah, connect is an option. Yeah, so that's more basically if you're sure, and then personal invite is if you like I don't know, I don't have a nice way of saying it. Like a lot of the time I feel like it's wasting people's time to be adding, a big long thing, unless you're the type of person that takes it very, very serious.
Well, my whole point of the thing that I'm doing at the moment is that I'm showing people how you can sell stuff to strangers on Facebook basically without having to do all of that. I mean, I'm a single mom. Mm-hmm. I only have 1.5 days a week to work. I have not got time to be asking strangers about their freaking cats,
right?
And getting stuck. And I see so many people getting stuck in this kind of rapport building stage where, of online sales. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. But for me, there's people killing it, absolutely killing it doing that. But these lads don't have kids. They don't have a house that refuses to clean itself. Rude. These guys have got all day, every day, whereas I've got 1.5 days a week. So I don't have time.
I hate to break it to you. No, they have staff too.
Yeah, a lot of them do. But I know a few people who are really doing well, and they don't have.
I know, because I was
for help.
I was in a staff at 20. Running a real estate investment firm in its bank. So, yeah, while. When the boss decided to take a month off, it's like, okay, guys.
yeah. Oh, cheers. Thank you. But yeah, so I don't have time to be doing all of that. So that's what I do on Facebook. And I've decided to sort of try LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a more professional site. I've been led to believe people on there are expecting to do business with each other. Whereas people go on Facebook to find out what Sue, their mate from school, had for lunch.
No, not in America. In America, they go on just to shit talk each other.
Yeah, there's that
So,
too. And
so that's
so,
what,
you know,
yeah,
share memes.
100%.
So
And none of that happens on LinkedIn, or at least so far, it's not any effort at all to stay away from any of that, drivel. So,
yeah, and I can't be done with it. And obviously, I haven't got time for randomers from Morocco who have decided that I am the love of their life.
right.
You know, I just cannot. I have not got the bandwidth to deal with it. I'm a cranky old lady and I have no patience, you know. So
Right.
so I thought, right, okay, well, LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
then, of course, I get on, and being a new platform to me, I'm just like, shit.
Yeah, it's the only one that's giving out free organic traffic.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook, I'm doing pretty well with Facebook, but I've never been one for settling into like a nice little comfy rut, because that's not how these things go. You know, the comfy rut is where you go to die. So, and like I said, I'm starting to sort of, I'm not moving away from affiliate marketing because I'm good at it. But I'm filling in some gaps with some of my own products, my own coaching. And Facebook is not the sort of place that you really want to be, well, not pushing it for per se, but I want to find people who are ready to work with me, because frankly, I haven't got time to piss around, and neither are they. I don't work with pissing around people. So, and Facebook is very pissy aroundy.
It is.
So
yeah, it's I'm essentially washing my hands of Facebook, but that's because well, you have to wind this down, so.
yeah, it's my automatic bedtime reminder. It's not that I'm not usually asleep by now anyway, but
Right, exactly. All right, well, anyway, so we can wrap this up, and I can save sharing my wisdom for another day. But that's really the main thing, is just find a few people in your industry that are big figures. And the other thing is, if you can get your news from LinkedIn, then what it rewards the most, even more than the actual posting. Because I've seen people who, like, I know for a fact that they're freaking loaded, right? And all they're doing is just like posting up like a picture every day or something like that. It's just like, like no thought was put into it at all. And it's really, really obvious, and nobody hits like, and nobody comments on it or anything like that. I see what their profile views are. And basically the way that you get your profile views is by commenting, just engaging with people on their posts. It's important to have your own posts as well, but basically the real way to achieve what you want to, it's by engaging with people's posts. So and of course that's a problem, because everybody has whatever else they're doing to make money. Even if you want to expand your reach, if you really want to have the organic traffic, you have to keep on growing your group, and growing and growing and growing and growing. Like it's 100% hustle, no matter what way you slice it. And there's no good news when it comes to this one.
You mean I can't just press a button and money comes out?
No, that vending machine is broken, just like the McDonald's.
Frig's sake. Or everybody on YouTube tells me I can press a button and the money comes out.
Right. Well,
I've been living a lie.
Right. In another 2 months, we can talk again. I can do another interview, and because then I can talk about it. It'll be one entire year of releasing one video per day, to see what happens when you spend money on your videos and all that kind of stuff, but you don't spend anything on ads. Because that's what I've been doing since February 10th of this year. So it's been,
oh really?
Yeah, so over 300 videos I've now posted this year alone.
On YouTube?
On YouTube, right. And like clockwork. Okay, you know how they say consistency. I had a hunch that what they meant by consistency means, if post once a week and then don't fuck off for 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
pretty
pretty
much.
sure that's what they actually meant, but I'm like, okay, let's be as pedantic as humanly possible. What time of day? Nobody seems to know. So fuck it, 9 in the morning, every single day. I rip apart one cerebral topic and I use attention to detail to do it. Then I plug my book and then I say, see you tomorrow. And I've been doing that. And I've been seeing exactly what the organic traffic is on something that is not keyword rich at all, because who's sitting there, anybody who decides, I have to work on my attention to detail, anybody who says that, they already have a pretty good idea on what attention to detail is. Right. So I knew from the get-go. See, like I wanted to prove it, because I'm basically saying this isn't an ego thing, this is an experiment thing, and it's called, like, okay, it's going to be on my terms. And so it's been really, really weird. But yeah, seeing what happens when you just do that like clockwork, schedule them months in advance, one different topic, if the and plug my book at the end of every one, but no bells, no whistles, just sitting down, listening to somebody for a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how that gets on then, because I did YouTube for a while and it was really hard work, to kind of like try and get it optimized, and thumbnails and all the stuff that you're supposed to do. And I got so burnt out. It's ridiculous. That's why I went on to organic, because I was like, fuck this shit.
Right. That's really it. And so I'm basically in that. I'm actually making a documentary about this process. And I don't know, did you catch my my video of Kevin Smith, the director of Mallrats? And
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I threw my project that I'm putting together as a documentary, I threw that to him, and I was basically doing like what do you think? Like, I'm not pitching you for money or anything, because like basically, it's about, uploading yourself to the internet, and then getting a digital avatar that can say whatever it wants, even beyond the grave. So it's
Yeah.
like my avatar can say more than I ever could in my lifetime. So like and like most people can't listen to a statement said by a computer and figure out if a human wrote that or if the AI wrote that. But I've been dealing with that for years. It's like that's not an AI, that's a person pretending they're a computer. That's not, bullshit. Pretending to be a robot.
You want Skynet, because that's how you get Skynet.
Yeah, exactly. But with lockdown and all that kind of stuff, I think that a lot of people are putting a lot of thought into that. And I know, as a digital security guy, I know the ways that people can, fake it. Like I tell people, it's like, do not get a digital avatar of yourself, because if somebody gets control of it, they could send a video of you to your parents saying, send me this money. They've got me. They won't let me go. Right? They'd pay the money. They'd like, it's such a horrible thing to do, but I was wearing my hat.
There was a guy that posted in one of the groups I'm in the other day, and he was like horrified because he started talking to this girl online, and they had this video chat or what have you, and then they managed to get his image, and they kind of grafted it onto this rather interesting scene, sent it to all his mates and blackmailed him. And he was like, I'm just warning you about this. And I'm like, well, that's not going to happen to me, because I've been single so long that if somebody saw a video of me with a bloke, they'd assume, unless it's the Amazon delivery guy or my camper van's mechanic, they would know that there's something knocking there. Because, they would know that was something completely weird if I'd released this mad sex tape. So yeah, I was like, okay. But yeah, he was horrified that they'd managed to do that, and send it to all his friends and stuff, and he was like, it's not me.
Right. And so have you seen my cameo reel then of the different celebrities You know, like just basically saying like really outlandish things. Have you?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, okay. So, well, see, the thing is that goes right into the project that I was talking about, because like it's put together in the same film. All of these digital avatar footage that I have, I've got that put together with celebrities doing outlandish things, and so and because I've got them mixed up between people, I'm basically covertly training them to see real from fake. Okay, and basically catch the humanity, right? And so one of the ways I do that is I get Gilbert Gottfried to call me a motherfucker. So which and it's just like a robot, if it's gonna say shit like that, it's, you know, like it'll basically say it like it's nothing, where like a human basically has to, you know, own it in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have troubles with the name Mike Hunt. Not gonna happen. I can't lean into it. My AI, whoa, when oh yeah, I flinched when my AI first said that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, I really do appreciate your help with this then, you know, with learning how to use LinkedIn properly, because like I said, I didn't want to, you know, for it to just kind of, let's put that back to there. You know, I didn't want it to just turn into like another crappy Facebook for me to kind of police. So, but I just didn't know how to get going with it, because like I said, it's a new platform to me, and yeah, and all these randoms kind of popped up, and I was like, yeah, not you, definitely not you. Ooh, you look weird. No.
Right. You can also oh yeah, that's my interview with the dude who works at the Pentagon. So that's a really cool interview. Yeah, it was really kind of mind blowing, because like, you know, like being a security guy, it's like, well, like if you weren't actually working at the Pentagon, then it's called like, okay, you're working with a bunch of people who are like, I'm not turning on this security thing, it's going to make my computer slow or something like that, right? And this guy works at the Pentagon, and you know, it's like if the guy next to you has a PDF, you know, he can't just hand you a thumb drive or something like that. It's like, no. It's like getting files from your buddy. It's a huge pain in the ass, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't expect it to be, you know, easy kind of thing. You wouldn't expect it to be just a case of like, oh, let me send you this funny cat video.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so
yeah, that's how the missiles get released, because one dude at the Pentagon decides that his mate has to see this funny video of like somebody falling over.
Right. Awesome. Well, yeah, so make sure you follow instead of connect, and then I think that makes it so that people can't message you yet. So you know, if they're on probation, then I guess you could just follow them. But that's what I got for now, and it'll be really interesting to see how you do.
Yeah, I'll certainly keep you updated with how I get on with it.
Awesome.